Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Parts Talk. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate each and every one of you. Now today we're going to go deep into the news article that came out in the Wall Street Journal last week about Toyota. But why does it seem Toyota is flip-flopping? But we're going to be doing an analysis as why they are hesitant in going all in on electric vehicles. Now, the first article that came out was last year in September of 13 of 2022, CNBC says why Toyota, the world's largest automaker, isn't all in on electric vehicles. Then the key points in the article says Toyota, the king of hybrid vehicles, has come under scrutiny by some environmental groups for its cautiousness, as a matter of fact, on investing in fully electric vehicles. The company doesn't believe battery electric vehicles are the only solution to producing more sustainable vehicles and achieving carbon neutrality. Toyota has a goal to produce 3.5 million electric vehicles by 2030, which will be more than a third of its current sales, while rival automakers promise to exclusively offer such vehicles. So what they want to do is to give you an option and not go all in as other automakers have promised. Then a follow-up article from CNBC says Toyota CEOs doubles down on EV strategy amid criticism it's not moving fast enough. The key points again: Toyota Motor is standing by its electric vehicle strategy, including hybrids like the Prius, following criticism. Toyota CEO Akio Toyoda said Thursday the company will move forward with plans to offer an array of so-called electric vehicles for the foreseeable future. They're not saying they're not doing it. It's just that they want to give people a choice. And the third point, Toyota plans to invest roughly $70 billion in electrified vehicles, including $35 billion in an all-electric battery technologies over the 9 years. So what they want to do is to ease people into it while still allowing them to have a choice. Then the Wall Street Journal, later on, this one it says January 29, 2023, we're now into the new year. Toyota rethinks EV strategy with new CEO. The automaker's new boss will confront a question dividing the corporation world, whether to take gradual steps or big leaps ahead in the move to green technology. Now later on, Jalopnik in May 17, 2023 came out saying this is why Toyota isn't rushing to sell you on electric vehicles. And in that particular article, they have a leaked document, a so-called leaked document. So I'm going to go right ahead and show you this document. But first, I also did a summary on this particular article in a short, and let me break it down here right now. Toyota, known for its successful hybrid models, has taken a somewhat controversial approach to electric vehicles, EVs, according to a leaked document. The document explains that Toyota expects a dramatic increase in the cost and difficulty of sourcing materials for EV batteries, making hybrids a more affordable option. The automaker also highlights the insufficient infrastructure in the United States and reduced interest in EVs due to changes in tax credits. Customer interest in the standard hybrids like the all-new Prius is growing, while EV models like the BZ4X have had a slow start. Toyota's cautious approach reflects its belief that the majority of car buyers currently prefer something in between traditional gas-powered cars and full EVs. Follow, like, and subscribe for more up-to-the-minute reviews. So the so-called leaked document is here outlining that there are three major barriers to widespread battery electric vehicle adoption in the United States. 1, critical minerals. 2, charging infrastructure. And 3, affordability, saying that the average transaction price for a non-battery electric vehicle is $48,000 and the average transaction price for a battery electric vehicle is $58,000. To make a BEV convenient, consumers will also need to install an in-home charger with adds an additional $1,300. So they broke down everything here in this particular leaked, so-called quote-unquote leaked document, that they assume that all the other dealers, well, not all the other dealers, most dealers, as a matter of fact, may have gotten this document to outline everything. And what they outline is a critical path forward, which is a 1-6-90 rule. And the document outlines that for one battery electric vehicles is equivalent to 6 plug-in hybrid vehicles, which is also equivalent to 90 hybrid electric vehicles. So what they're trying to say is that it will take 90 hybrid electric vehicles to manufacture one battery electric vehicles, and vice versa. And they have their goal here. Toyota has sold 22.8 million electrified vehicles globally for the past 25 years, the equivalent carbon tax reduction of 7.5 million battery electric vehicles. Toyota believes in an electric future, but there are significant challenges to widespread deployment that we must address first to get there. And all of the above electrification strategy is the bridge to get us overall lower carbon emissions. So they're more focusing on lowering carbon emission more than just go straight into battery electric vehicles and eliminate trying to do all that. But it will not work based on the analogy and the data that is out there. In the latest saga in the Toyota's dynasty, we have the tearful executive who tapped the brakes on electric cars at Toyota. Chairman Akio Toyoda faced skepticism in his early years. His latest challengers want him to speed up the company's EV transition. And let me play a little of what he has to say here, and then we go right back to the article.
会社の中で社長は孤独な存在です。
Inside the company, being president is a lonely task.
特に私は就任当初から
Perhaps this has been even more true for me since I feel I was not welcome in the role as president.
歓迎された社長ではありませんでしたので、いろいろな意味で孤独を感じることが
I frequently felt alone in various senses of the
多
word.
くありました。そんな私が大きな流れに逆らいながらも
Yet I, in defiance of the mainstream, was somehow able to make progress.
なんとか前に進むことができましたのは株主の皆様のおかげでございます。私はこれ
As the most Gemba-oriented president, I will continue to try to prove through my actions.
からも現場に一番近い社長として幸せの量産という幸せの量産というミッション
that we can absolutely change the future if we are all united as one under the mission
のもとみんなで心を一つにすれば未来は必ず変えられる
of producing
ということを
happiness for all.
今後も行動で示してまいります。私たちがこうした挑戦を続けれる
It is thanks to you, our shareholders, who have supported Toyota and for me for a very long time.
のは苦しい時こそ中長期的な視点に立ちずっとトヨタを応援いただいた
With mid to long-term perspective, even in difficult times, that we can continue our endeavor.
また私を支えてくださった株主の皆様のおかげだと思っております。トヨタの思想と技をしっかり伝承し、あなたは
When asked what we do, I want Toyota members to respond.
何屋さんですかと聞かれたとき、夢と自信と誇りを持って、
With pride, confidence, and ambition, I make cars.
私は車屋ですと答えられる人材を育てることが
I see my mission as nurturing such individuals by passing on the legacy
私のミッションだと思っております。時間はかかりま
of Toyota's skills and philosophy. We have reached this point after long years of struggle.
したが、なんとかここまで来ることができましたのも、良い時も苦しい時も、
Thanks to those who have supported us through the good and the difficult times.
私たちをお支えくださる方々がいたからこそであります。株主の皆様のご理解、
We will not be able to change without the understanding and backing of you.
後押しがなければ、私たちは変われなかったと思います。
Our shareholders.
この場をお借りして、心より御礼
And I would like to take this opportunity to express my heartfelt gratitude.
申し上げます。本当にありがとうございました。
Thank you very much. So he made that speech on June 24, but on June 14, at Toyota's annual meeting, several US and European funds sought to oust Toyota from his board seat. They cited governance issues and the role they say he played in keeping the automaker from going all in on EVs. Toyota easily bet back the challenge, earning re-election in the board he chairs with 85% majority. Still, that was coming down from 96% the year earlier. Now, Toyota has advocated what he calls a more practical approach that entails offering many types of environmental friendly vehicles. While the company is hastening its push to EVs. It's planned to continue offering consumers hybrid electric and hydrogen powered cars as well. That is in contrast with other automakers, including Honda and General Motors, that have set dates for when their lineups will be all EV. Now, this is where it gets actually interesting. Speaking on the sidelines of an auto show in January, Toyota said he was keeping in mind customers in regions of the world where charging infrastructure is inadequate and electricity is generated with carbon emitting fossil fuels. There are certain groups that seek to use the name of environmental as an opportunity, Toyota said. As head of the global company, he said, I'm preaching what is based on the reality of the users in a number of markets. They can't only be thinking about us here in the West. Not everybody is up to speed. Not everybody is a first world country. You have developing countries that depend solely on fossil fuels to get their environment up and running. Now, New York City Comptroller Brad Lander said he voted against Toyota's re-election to send a message to Toyota management. Under Toyota's leadership, Toyota is sending a signal of resistance to the climate transition, Lander said. Looking ahead, many Toyota watchers foresee a bigger role for Toyota's son Daisuke, who holds prominent position at the Toyota division, but he's still in his mid-30s. But as you know, the older heads are there, the old gatekeepers are there. If you can't prove yourself to them, then it doesn't matter who you are and where you're coming from. At the end of the day, all the shareholders care about is money and what the environmentalists are pushing towards them. But we all know better that we have to wait, ride the tide, and see exactly how this EV transition is going to be taking us while depleting the said environment that we're sought to protect. But at the end of the day, when you all look at this and encompass everything there's about to see, always do one thing: just follow the money. So let me know your thoughts below and any other thing you want to share along this topic. Remember to grab a copy of my ebook, The Parts Manager Guide. Please smash that like button on your way out. It will only take you 1.5 seconds to do so. Until next time.